I am Dr. D. CHARUMATHI. I am working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Biotechnology, DKM College for Women, Vellore. I am here to present the types of cells present in human body. There are 200 different types of cells in the human body. Each type of cell has got a specialized structure and carry out specialized function. They form tissues, and then these tissues, they combine together and form different organs, and each organs are specific and they carry out specific functions. The first type of cells in the body is stem cells. They have a property called pluripotency, that the stem cells are unspecialized cells. They can generate into any type of cell. They can become a liver cell or skin cell or kidney cell or any type of a cell. There are two types of stem cells. They are embryonic stem cells and adult stem cells. Embryonic stem cells are derived from the embryos, and these are generally used for research purpose. Adult stem cells, they are present in the adult body. They exist in order to repair and maintain the surrounding specialized cells. The next type of cells are red blood cells. They are otherwise called as erythrocytes. They are biconcave disc shaped. The main role of the red blood cells is to transport the oxygen to the different parts of the body using hemoglobin. They also control the pH of the blood. They also release enzyme called carbonic anhydrase. This enzyme helps the water to carry the carbon dioxide to the lungs, from where the carbon dioxide is expelled out of the human body. The other type of cells are called white blood cells. They are otherwise called as leukocytes. The main categories of leukocytes are granulocytes and agranulocytes. As the name suggests, granulocytes, they contain multiple granules in the cytoplasm, whereas agranulocytes, they don't contain any granules. In case of granulocytes, they are further classified as neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils. Neutrophils are the most common type of leukocytes, that is the white blood cell, which makes around 65% of the white blood cell. They destroy the damaged cell and bacteria through phagocytosis, that is engulfing of the bacteria by the plasma membrane. Eosinophils, they are rare in the bloodstream. They destroy antigen-antibody complexes formed using a process called phagocytosis. Eosinophils, they destroy bacteria, viruses and parasites that invade our body. Basophils are the rarest form of the white blood cells present in the human body. They are involved in defense mechanism. They release histamines and serotonin and prostaglandins in the body defense mechanism, and they increase the blood flow to the area where the cells are damaged, which is a type of immune response. Agranulocytes are two types, lymphocytes and monocytes. Lymphocytes can be further divided into B cells and T cells. Both are involved in immune response. They are formed by hepatopoietic stem cells in the bone marrow. T cells, they mature in thymus gland. B cells, they develop into plasma cells and they produce antibodies against the antigen which enters in the human body. T cells, they are involved in destruction of bacteria, viruses and other damaging cells such as cancer cells. Monocytes, they have a large kidney bean-shaped nucleus. They circulate in the bloodstream and they become macrophages. The macrophages are larger phagocytotic cell which engulfs and kill the damaged cells and bacteria. Then platelets, they are not true cells. They are fragments of megakaryocytes which are produced in the bone marrow. They have surface protein which help them to bind with another cell and bind with the blood vessel walls, damaged blood vessel walls. These platelets are recruited to the damaged area where there is bleeding, and a blood clot is formed with the help of fibrin protein. Next type of cells are nerve cells. They are otherwise called as neuron. They transmit the information throughout the body in the form of electrical impulses. The neurons have four parts. They are cell body, axon, dendrites and axon terminal. The cell body contains the nucleus and the neural proteins are made in the cytoplasm. The axon is long and thin. The cell body it arises from the cell body and it forms like a tail. It can be myelinated or unmyelinated. Axons connect to other neurons with the help of synapses. Then the other types of cells are called as muscle cells. There are three types of muscle cells: skeletal muscle cell, cardiac muscle cell and smooth muscle cell. Muscle cells are otherwise called as myocytes. Skeletal muscle cells are attached to bones and tendons and they grow up to 2 to 3 cm long. The cardiac muscle cells, they form the cells of the heart. Smooth muscle cells, they are responsible for involuntary contractions in hollow and vascular organs like bladder and lungs. Next is cartilage cells. They are otherwise called as chondrocytes. They make up the cartilage which are present in organs like ears and nose. Bone cells. Bone cells are four types: osteoblasts, osteoclasts, osteocytes and lining cells. Osteoclasts are the cells which are involved in bone resorption. When a bone is damaged, the bone is repaired by osteoclast, whereas osteoblasts, the new bone is generated. And then osteocytes, they are found inside the bone. Lining cells, they originate from the osteoblast and they become flat in structure. They line the surface of the bones. Skin cells. There are different types of skin cells present on the top layer of the skin. For example, keratinocytes, they produce keratin. They help to prevent the moisture and heat resolving out of the body. They block the toxin penetrating the skin. Then the other type of skin cells are melanocytes. They produce melanin pigment which is involved in the skin coloration. Then we have Langerhans cells. These cells, they are involved in antigen processing. Next type is endothelial cells. They form the lining of the blood vessels. Epithelial cells, they make up the lining of the cavities present in the body like lungs, small intestine and stomach. Then we have fat cells which are referred as adipocytes or lipocytes. There are two types of fat cells, white fat cells and brown fat cells. White fat cells are vacuolar cells. They contain lipids in them. Then brown fat cells, they are multilocular cells and then they have many vacuoles in them. These brown fat cells, they have mitochondria, many mitochondria in them, thus they are brown in color. Then coming to sex cells, they are otherwise called as gametes. The male sex cell is called as the spermatozoa. It has a head and it has a mid-piece region and a long tail which is used for motility. And then the head is having acrosome, which is a type of covering filled with the enzymes. These acrosomes, they help in penetrating the ova, the female gamete. And mitochondria is present in the mid-piece of the tail. And then coming to the ova, the female gamete, they are large in size and they are produced by ovaries. They are having nucleus and cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is surrounded by a plasma membrane, which in turn is surrounded by zona pellucida, and this is surrounded by a protective layer called corona radiata. So these are the types of cells present in a human body. Thank you.